Good morning, fellow heretics. So, I'm writing this book. And, it's basically me going through and sitting with my thoughts and trying to remember a lot of my childhood and both the good and the bad times about it. A lot of my childhood will seem very negative. There's things that I still struggle to remember. Like, I don't really remember my father's face that well. I mean, kind of. I remember the beard. I remember the long hair and the fucking piercing eyes, but that's about it. What I remember more is So I don't know how you talk about this without, getting in trouble. I don't really like looking at rules, but this is the truth, so I'm just gonna say it, because fuck all that shit. When I was growing up, I had an uncle living with us. I had these two brothers and their sister, who I'm pretty sure they were having walk the streets, if you know what I mean. And it was all in a one-bedroom trailer. I remember the blood stains on the bathroom wall by the toilet better than I remember my father's face. Like, they used to go in there and shoot up and fall asleep, and I would walk into the house with them having something tied around their arm, passed out. But they didn't really keep it to me. There were literally streaks of blood on the wall, and as fucked up as it is, and as trashy as it is, when I was going to the bathroom as a kid, I used to play a little game where I would spit on the wall and watch the streaks kind of moisten up again and merge with the spit. There's a lot of bad memories I do have, but I vividly love both of my parents. I wouldn't replace a single second of that childhood. If I could go back, I would. I would relive every second of it, because life is about experience, and we all have unique experiences. I mean, our lineage is so chaotic. How could one person meet another, lead to another, and lead to you, all through a chain of random fucking events that, basically trying to say that I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to say some shit and we're going to see what it does. So, I have struggled with the idea of wanting to be normal since I was a all have different thoughts, different patterns, different tracks our brains run along, And I was sitting there for the last 10 years feeling like I needed to numb that pain away with some kind of substance, whether it be nicotine, caffeine, fucking alcohol. It's all marijuana, The list is, it doesn't really matter what it was. Exercise. Exercise is what I went over with. But, yeah, I guess it's just the amount of growing up I had to do early mixed with the fact that I am on the cusp of a millennial and a fucking Gen Z. I'm a Gen Z, but it has made me struggle sometimes to connect with my own generation. I never liked social media or anything like that because when your life collapses, you can look at that and it kind of shows you that no one really, at least at that age, we were all kids, so, but it shows you the level of compassion and honestly selfishness with a lot of people. I was selfish too. I wanted people to care about my struggles, but I wasn't the greatest. We all have our issues. I had a lot of anger growing up. Hold on 1 minute. All right. So, fuck it. Let's end on a high note. Been a little gloomy. So when I was growing up, my mom had about 1.5 acres in Hudson, Florida. So bumfuck nowhere. And that house was basically our version of the Wild West. Growing up, anything could happen. They built a zip line in the backyard going over the we had a fire pit for bonfires. It was probably about, I'm so bad with this, I want to say the diameter of the hole of a circle, to like, if a person lays down, the full length of their body would be like the diameter, one edge of the circle to the other. And we used to, the zip line wasn't a cable. Don't think anything that looked even remotely safe. It was at the top of we had a homemade 2-story shed that we put up, shed workshop. I think it had like 10-foot ceilings in each floor. So chain probably went 20-30 feet up. But how you got up there was, we had a sketchy, rusted, one of those extending ladders just kind of roped off to the building. Literally just kind of had a couple knots in it. And the thing you zip line down on was just a really, really big and old pulley. Like, it looked like it was for a fucking boat from the 1940s, Like, it was old, the wood was cracked, it was rusted to shit. And then it was just a chain. It was a chain winched from tree to tree over the fire, with a little U-strap that you would sit on, stand on, put your stomach on, just hold on to, and go over the fire. Well, the first time I did it, I went on my stomach and forgot about the second tree, if you catch my drift. So, while my childhood was a little wacky, had a lot of fucked up moments, there's a lot of joy I had in the freedom to explore and question. And I think that is what I have lost as an adult. And that is what I'm trying to regain with the book I'm writing. And with these videos I'm making that will help me connect the dots. Because our memory isn't perfect. I can remember something that happened when I was, 5 or 6, and then it can move on to something that happened when I was 15. And when I'm writing a book, getting the timeline straight and in order is what I'm working on right now. So I guess that's what a lot of these videos will be for the first part. I don't know exactly how many, but with you, this is more for me and my sons, the one that's born and the unborn one, because I know comments or judgments from random people is what's gonna hurt me with this. I guess this is kind of like an experiment. I'm just curious. I'm winging it. I'm seeing what happens. I'm living my personal philosophy. So, peace out, guys. I'm at work, a couple minutes late, so enjoy the sunrise. Try and be on time, though.